So my last video ended on a little bit of a low note. I had been assigned homework to come up with different ways to face my various fears that I had listed in a previous homework. And I was feeling pretty gypped, just in general. I still am angry about what happened to me and about the childhood and young adulthood that was I feel was kind of stolen from me. And I know that I will get over that. I'll get through it. But right now I'm still kind of angry. And I'm still going through that process of kind of grieving what could have been. So my initial response to the homework assignment was to avoid it, which makes a lot of sense because the homework involved bringing out stuff that I avoid. So that was a natural extension of kind of the avoidance behavior. And I did. I did avoid my homework for actually over a week. I ended up having 2 weeks to do the homework, and I'll explain a little bit about that after this. But so it took me over a week to even look at the homework. But you know, all during that time, I had not forgotten about it. And the way I process things sometimes, I need time to kind of let stuff turn over in my head, and often it will seem like I'm not making any progress when really I'm processing things in my own way. And that is what I did with this homework assignment. You know, I started thinking about it, and I remembered that just a few weeks ago I was all excited to face my fears, and I knew that this therapy was going to be hard. I knew that. My therapist told me so, and I was like, hey, I'm determined to do this. I can do it. I'm tough. You know, I was already mentally prepared. And now here I am kind of falling apart, you know, at the first sign of trouble. And I think it's okay that my initial response was fear and anxiety and wanting to avoid. That's the condition that I have. That's why I have PTSD. And that just means that I am being challenged, that we're hitting a nerve. But that's not the end of the story. And it can't be. I determined that I was going to beat this disorder. And I haven't forgotten that. And one little homework is not going to stop me. It may freak me out and upset me, but it's not going to stop me, ultimately. And it didn't. Eventually, I convinced myself to do just a little bit at a time. And the first day that I worked on it, I brought it out and I started kind of brainstorming and looking through my list of things that I avoid and deciding, okay, you know, which of these are easier and which are harder, coming up with some ideas. And I was only able to work on it for about 5 or 10 minutes, probably not even 10 minutes. And I noticed that after that, I just couldn't focus. And I quickly realized, you know what, that's probably all I can manage right now. I let that be okay. And I just, I put it away, and I told myself that I would do a little bit more tomorrow. And I did. The next day I took it out and I actually ended up finishing the homework. And it really wasn't that bad. Once I got past kind of the initial emotional response, it was not that big a deal. So, you know, that's the point of me doing these videos, though, is to show you kind of the real emotional responses. I want other people to see that they're not alone. They're not the only ones who feel like they're having a meltdown, you know, at the smallest thing. And I'm still plugging away here.